Hi, this is Dr. Luke Reineck with Living with Motion Chiropractic. In today's video, we're going to talk about tips for success during the HCG diet. These tips are found in the patient's handbook for the diet. It's called Your HCG Guide to Becoming Finally Fit. This handbook comes with our program at our office. Every patient gets this along with their bottles of HCG. It's their guide. It has all the foods that they're allowed to have during the diet. Has a bunch of recipes and also the tips for success during the diet. That's going to help you succeed in reaching your goals. So we want to go over some of these today to help any of those out there that are currently going through the HCG diet. Number one, with taking your HCG, ideally, at least specifically with our formula, you want to take it 3 times a day, 10 drops underneath the tongue, and space them out every 4 to 5 hours. That 4 to 5 hours is going to really help you get through the diet easier without any cravings, food cravings. Ideally, you want to hold the drops under the tongue for 30 seconds to 1 minute, then swallow. Don't eat or drink anything 15 minutes before or after taking the homeopathic drops. I will say in my experience, I did take mostly under the tongue. I put some into my drink as well, and I still lost 19 pounds. I can't say I held them under my tongue for 30 seconds or a minute, and I still had success. So, but it is a good tip for those that might be not having the success that they want. Also, it suggests taking potassium and magnesium daily. Dr. Simeon's, basically the founder of the HCG diet, recommends that you supplement potassium due to possible frequent urination during the diet. You're going to deplete this mineral, and you definitely need to replenish that during the diet. Also for magnesium, this is mostly for constipation. You may notice that you may only go use the restroom 2 to 4 days with no bowel movement. This is basically due just to a lack of food in bulk because you're on a 500 calorie diet. However, if you supplement with the magnesium, you won't suffer any constipation. However, magnesium also helps with sleep, calms the nerves, helps the body utilize calcium, improves energy, helps muscle cramps and spasms, headaches, fatigue, PMS, hormonal imbalances, nervousness, anxiety, irritability, and constipation. Like I said, we actually use magnesium quite a bit in our chiropractic office just because it's all its benefits it has. Also, you can drink herbal teas. Herbal teas actually naturally suppress the appetite and oxygenates the brain to raise mood and energy. They nourish the body with minerals and vitamins and help to cleanse the body and the bowels. So herbal tea is also a great thing to drink. You can also have coffee if you're a coffee drinker on the diet as well. Use a lemon a day. It is highly beneficial to have 1 lemon a day to alkalize the body and flush and dissolve fat from the system. What I did, I actually made basically lemonade. I used a fresh lemon every day, squeeze into a glass of water, and to sweeten it, you're allowed to use stevia. I just use a stevia packet to make lemonade. Number 4, eat fruit 6 hours apart. The body can only utilize so many carbohydrates at a time on HCG. Fruits can be eaten any time of the day, but wait at least 6 hours until you have your second fruit. Also, they talk about obviously never cheating. You never eat anything not on the food list. This could stall your weight loss for up to 3 days and interfere with the resetting of the hypothalamus, which regulates your metabolism, and that's what essentially we want to do. We want to boost your metabolism. So once you get off the drops, you can have a resetting of your metabolism, keeping at a point that when you through maintenance, you'll continue at the weight that you've reached. Another helpful tip that I used was enjoy fat-free chicken broth. As you're cooking with the chicken, you can use the chicken broth to help basically just give some flavor. They also say that if you're having trouble with hunger, you can even drink a cup of the fat-free chicken broth and it'll help reduce your hunger cravings. I didn't have a trouble with that part of it, but I did use the chicken broth when I was cooking chicken, since you're not allowed to use any oils or butter when you're obviously cooking your chicken. Helps you use sea salt to season your foods. Our bodies are about 80% salt water, so don't forget your sea salt. Like I mentioned earlier, for as far as sweetening any kind of food, you can use stevia. I use stevia packets you can buy pretty much anywhere. I use those to put in my grapefruit on the morning, and then also making my lemonade. Now, they say the program has to run a minimum of 23 days. According to Dr. Simeons, it takes a minimum of 23 days for the hypothalamus to be reset. So you must stay on HCG for at least 23 days. After you discontinue taking the HCG, you must stay on the 500-calorie diet for 3 additional days, which is really important. Basically, you need to wait till all the HCG is out of the system, and this will also solve the process of resetting your hypothalamus and resetting your metabolism at a new weight. And lastly, you must get a food scale. You need to weigh your meats before you cook them, so you know exactly that you're getting 3.5 ounces of whatever kind of protein you're using that day. And make sure you weigh your meat, like I said, while it's raw, not after you cook it. Makes a pretty big difference, especially with chicken. I noticed that as far as, cubes of chicken, I could probably have about 4 of them made up 3.5 ounces raw, whereas when I weighed after I cooked, I could probably eat about 6 or 7 of them, which calorie-wise is going to take me over my 500 when I add up all the other food that I ate with it. So, so those are some of the tips for success that help you achieve your goals with the HCG diet. Be sure to go to www.livingwithmotion.com and sign up for 5 easy steps to quick weight loss. Some helpful tips also in there for any kind of diet that you're on. And also you can go to our weight loss page on that to learn more about the HCG program and what is included and how much it costs at our office. So thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.